Confused about manifestation? Struggling to manifest what you want? I'm going to share with you 3 principles to understand how manifestation really works and how to make it work for you instead of against you. Hi Love Bug, this is Priya, your Love Plus Manifestation Coach, and today these 3 principles that I'm going to be sharing with you is what allowed me to effortlessly manifest my husband, an 82% pay rise when I used to work as an actuary in corporate London, a thriving coaching business, and so much more. So let's get started. 3 principles to understand how manifestation really works and how to make it work for you instead of against you. Principle number 1, acknowledge that you are a magnet. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is that you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe, and therefore you have vibrational patterns that are emitting a signal to the universe that the universe is responding to. Now, what I mean by vibrational patterns is the thoughts that you are thinking, the stories that you tell yourself, and the emotions that you are feeling predominantly as you are moving through your day. So these form your vibrational patterns, and your vibrational patterns are broadcasting a signal to the universe 24/7 that the universe is responding to. This means that your vibrational patterns dictate whether you become a magnet for what you want or whether you become a magnet for what you don't want. Because the bottom line is this: you are always a magnet for something, and the real question is, are you a magnet for what you want or are you a magnet for what you don't want? Now, for most people, they are a magnet for what they don't want, and that's because they are unconscious of their vibrational patterns. They don't even know that they have these vibrational patterns going on within them, and so therefore they're never really able to do anything to shift their vibrational patterns so that it can align with their desires. So you are aware that you are always a magnet for something, and the real question is, are you a magnet for what you want? Or are you a magnet for what you don't want? And your vibrational patterns dictate whether you are a magnet for what you want or whether you're a magnet for what you don't want. Which then brings us on to principle number 2. You are never not manifesting. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is that what you are experiencing in your life right now is the result of your previous vibrational patterns. Furthermore, people think that manifestation is about visualizing, scripting, and affirmations. Whilst these tools do play a role in the manifestation process, it is not what manifestation is about. And here's why. Let's say that you desire to manifest some money and you manifest it into your experience. Let's say that now that you have all this money in your experience, you begin to fear losing the money. You begin to fear the money running out. So now you're in scarcity consciousness. And my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about your fear of losing this money? Are you going to dwell in that energy of fear and nurture the energy of scarcity consciousness? Or are you going to manage your triggers? Are you going to bring yourself back into vibrational alignment with the truth of who you really are? Are you going to rearrange your vibrational patterns to align with what you want? Because ultimately, what you choose to do when this happens will dictate what you next manifest into your experience. If you choose to dwell in that energy of fear and you do nothing to change that vibrational patterns, then you will manifest losing the money. I can tell you that I have had experience firsthand at this. When I became aware of universal principles, one of the first things that I manifested into my experience was a relationship. Now, once I got the relationship, I stopped doing the inner work. I stopped doing all the things that I did prior to getting that relationship. So months down the line, I began to feel insecure. I began to feel discomforted. I began to feel really needy in the relationship. And I never did anything to change this. I never did anything to get myself back into vibrational alignment. So sure enough, 11 months down the line, that relationship came to an end. Now, that experience really allowed me to, I guess you could say, have a second spiritual awakening, right? Because I felt like I had this big realization in that moment. And here it is. Manifestation is not about visualizing and scripting. Manifestation is about who you are choosing to be as you show up in the world. Because remember, you are always a magnet for something. And the real question is, are you a magnet for what you want, or are you a magnet for what you don't want? Now, when you really allow what I have just shared with you here to seep into your consciousness, meaning you truly get that manifestation is about who you are choosing to be as you show up in the world, what this means is that you not only become a master at how to manifest the relationship, the money, or the better health, or whatever it is that you want, you also become a master at how to thrive in your relationship. You also become a master at how to grow your abundance so that it can appreciate into more. So you are now aware that you are never not manifesting, which means that you understand that manifestation is not about visualizing or scripting. Manifestation is about who you are choosing to be as you show up in the world. Now, when you really allow yourself to lock in this principle, this is when you become unstoppable. Now, principle number 3 is about how to make your manifestations work for you rather than against you. But first, if you are finding this content valuable, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post new videos about how to become a magnet for what you want. And also, I want to hear from you. Are you somebody who was aware that you are always manifesting 24/7? Are you somebody who was aware that manifestation is about who you're choosing to be as you show up in the world? Or is this an aha moment for you? Comment below and let me know. Finally, principle number 3, decide to be the creator of your reality. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, as you are moving through life, in every moment you have 2 choices. Either you can choose to be the creator of your reality, or you can choose to be the perpetuator of your reality. Now, if you choose to be the perpetuator of your reality, what it means is that your vibrational patterns are governed by what you are observing in your reality. Therefore, you continue to manifest more unwanted things into your experience. So for myself, for example, up until a couple of years ago, I used to attract men who were not ready for relationships. And this was repeatedly. So it was like different phase, but same BS. And that's because I had vibrational patterns going on within me that said, I attract men who are not ready for commitment when it comes to relationships. And I was unaware of these vibrational patterns. So I never did anything to shift them or to change them. And so therefore, I just kept repeatedly attracting the same thing over and over and over again. This is called being the perpetuator of your reality, meaning that your vibrational patterns are governed by what you are observing in your reality. Now, conversely, when you choose to be the creator of your reality, this means that your vibrational patterns are no longer governed by what you're observing in your external reality. Instead, your vibrational patterns are governed by how you are deciding to feel in this moment, independent of your circumstances. This means that you are now really going beyond your 5 senses because you're no longer offering a vibration in response to your current reality. Instead, you are evoking a vibration within you that aligns with what it is that you want. Instead, you are aligning your vibrational patterns with your desires independent of what you're observing in your current reality. When you do this, now you have become a magnet for what you want, and therefore you can manifest something different into your reality. Therefore, you can begin to manifest what it is that you want in your reality with ease and speed. An analogy that I like to use to really lock in this principle is the analogy of using a mirror. When you are staring at the mirror and you are smiling, the mirror is going to smile back at you. But let's say that right now you have an angry face and you're staring in the mirror, and you want the mirror to smile back at you. Well, that's impossible. The mirror is not going to smile back at you because you first have to smile. Now, in the same way, I want you to think of your manifestations as the mirror and your vibrational patterns as you. So in order for the mirror to smile back at you, you first have to smile. In order for you to manifest what you want, you first have to change your vibrational patterns. So you are now aware that by deciding to be the creator of your reality, you empower yourself, because it means that you break yourself free from being the perpetuator of your reality. When you are being the perpetuator of your reality, it means that you are now a victim to your circumstances, because your vibrational patterns are governed by what you're observing in your reality. But here's the thing, what you're observing in your reality was caused by your vibrational patterns in the first place. So now you're trapped in this tailspin. So in order to break free from this tailspin, you have to decide to be the creator of your reality, meaning you have to decide to instead turn inwards, go within, and rearrange your vibrational patterns with what it is that you want, independent of what you're observing in your external reality. When you do this, you will be able to manifest what it is that you want with ease and speed into your experience. So let's recap everything that you have learned here today. You are now aware that you are always a magnet for something. And the real question is, are you a magnet for what you want, or are you a magnet for what you don't want? You are also aware that your vibrational patterns dictate whether you are a magnet for what you want, or whether you're a magnet for what you don't want. You are also aware that you are never not manifesting, which means that manifestation is not about visualizing and scripting. Manifestation is about who you are choosing to be as you show up in the world. You are also aware that by deciding to be the creator of your reality, this means that you are no longer letting your vibrational patterns be governed by your external environment. Instead, you are deliberately and intentionally aligning your vibrational patterns with your desires and your intentions, independent of what you are observing in your external reality. When you do this, you will become a magnet for what you want, and therefore you will be able to manifest what you want into reality with ease and speed. Now, if you want to learn how to actually shift your vibrational patterns, click the link below to get access to my free masterclass, where I show you step by step exactly how to do this. Thanks for watching this video on how manifestation really works. Give me a thumbs up if it resonated for you, and I will catch you soon.